How we doing, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of FSI's PGA Preview. We are showcasing the Showdown Round 4 for the WGC-Workday Championship. An incredible third round. A lot of good ball striking out there, and as expected, the scoring has gone lower as the rounds have gone on, and the guys have gotten used to this golf course that has been new for this week. Incredible ball striking clinic by Colin Morikawa shooting 5 under, but a lot of guys shot pretty low numbers today, and therefore there's still an opportunity to climb from the back and come up to the front. As we know, finishing position is factored into round 4 scoring for the Showdown slate. So that kind of throws a wrinkle into some value. But with the limited field and, spots that can be gained quickly, as long as you're scoring birdies, there shouldn't be too much of an issue to find some value. So let's discuss. We got 10K tier here. Tony Finau leads that pack with 10.7. He is T11. 8th tee to green, 4th ball striking, 15th on the approach. Kind of got off to a slow start today, but he finished out pretty well. Tony has finished second in the last, I think, 3 events, maybe 4. So Tony's highly capable of jumping into this top 5. But he has that trouble finishing as a closer. I don't think he falls completely off, but at 10-7, I think a more balanced approach is more optimal for the Showdown lineup construction this tomorrow. JT at 10-4, he is T16, kind of the same tone here with the Tony Finau, where I think they're a little too far back to finish inside that top 3, top 5 that I really want. I think they're certainly capable of that, but it's going to be a lot harder. JT's been striking the ball really well. He's 4th on the approach, 21st tee to green. Rory shot 600 today. Pretty much led the field in most strokes gained categories. He's up to T5. This is right where I want to start most of my lineups with Rory Mcilroy, 8th off the tee, 8th around the green. Around the green, been very critical, and getting those really low numbers and staying consistent on this golf course. 11th in ball striking. I really like Rory Mcilroy tomorrow. We have Brooks Koepka at 9-4. He is T2. Also got off to a slow start, but he started making putts. He started hitting really good shots. He was 9th on the approach. He's 3rd in putting on the first 3 rounds and 5th in ball striking. I really like Brooks. He is a closer. He doesn't typically fade on Sundays, so I'm going to be playing a lot of Brooks Koepka in my lineups. Webb Simpson at 9-3, 8th on the approach, 5th around the green, 3rd tee to green, 4th ball striking. Webb Simpson has stolen some victories from others in the past, and at 4th place, I think that's another solid play. This 9K range is loaded. I mean, I'm burying the lead here. We'll get to it in a second. Patrick Reed at 9-2. He is T5. Doing typical Pat Reed numbers, 8th in putting, 8th in ball striking, and his approach shots are heating up. Usually when Reed's hitting really good approach shots and his putter is the way it usually is, he's going to finish pretty strong. So I do like Reed. And here is the man of the hour, Colin Morikawa at 9-1. He is 1st, leading by 2 strokes, 2nd on the approach. I mean, when this guy's irons are hitting or sticking like this, it's just incredible to watch. And now he's figured out a putting grip that he's comfortable with, and it's starting to showcase itself as just one beautiful golf. That's all I can describe it as. It's just beautiful. 1st tee to green, 3rd in ball striking. 8K, we have Viktor Hovland. He was kind of all over the place, went around the greens. I think my headphones just died. Viktor Hovland is doing really well. 5th on the approach, 15th in putting, but he is very bad around the green. Hopefully he can get better. At an 8-9, that is a little expensive. I think I'm more comfortable with the 4 guys I talked about in the 9K range. Hideki Matsuyama, 8-2, T7. He is 2nd around the green and 11th tee to green. I read a stat today that he hasn't 3-putted in, I think, in all 3 rounds. He hasn't had 1 3-putt. It's pretty consistent at 8-2. I really like that price tag. 8,600, Billy Horschel. 6th off the tee, 6th ball striking, 4th tee to green. I'm waiting for the bottom to drop out on Billy Horschel. He's playing really well. He's obviously tied for 2nd. 8,600 is a little expensive, and I'm worried the bad round's coming with multiple guys, better golfers surrounding him on the leaderboard. I wonder if the pressure gets to him and he is the guy that fades. I worry about that with Billy Horschel. 7K, Will Zalatoris. He's sitting 17th or 16th, 7.9, 7th on the approach, 7th ball striking, and 6th tee to green. He's got nothing to lose, and I like that. He's just going to go out there and try to hit really good golf shots, and he's going to try to score, and maybe that gets him in the top 10, and I don't mind that for 7-9. Abraham Answer, same thing, sitting in 11th, 7-8, 12th on the approach. I mean, he's really good strokes gain numbers. I really like Zalatoris and Answer to build out those balanced lineups. Munoz, Lanto, and Bezuidenhout are my low 7K range plays. I think those are probably the only plays I can see with some decent strokes gain numbers, some good numbers around the greens. Bezuidenhout hasn't really been that great around the approach, but 10th around the green, and he's been putting really well. And you know, when you get down to this 7K, 6K range, you're just looking for guys that do at least one thing well. And those guys have been hitting the ball at least really well around the green, and they're making putts. So I'm going to keep playing those guys in my lineups. 6K, we have, you know, a dumpster fire is the best way to describe it. It's been a rotating circle of just bad play after bad play. I can't figure out this range in the first 2 rounds, and it's ultimately led to some, you know, poor performances in some lineups. But, you know, we're going to keep trying. Aaron Rai, 20th at 6,300. He was 24th in ball striking, 26th off the tee. I think that's a decent couple of rounds. But, you know, is Aaron Rai a guy that's going to keep going forward? I'm not sure. Moon Lee is, you know, the dead minimum at 20th place, 21st around the green, 12th off the tee, 28th tee to green. I think he could be a decent play. Backtracking from a couple of plays in the past, Imamori, I played him in round 2. That didn't work out, but, you know, maybe round 4 is the ticket. Matt Kutcher is just a really steady, experienced veteran. You know, he used to backdoor a ton of top 10s. He looks like he has some decent strokes gain numbers. Let's hope he can continue, but, you know, Kutcher's really been more inconsistent in his latter years than he was early on in his career. And Matt Hughes, guy playing with nothing to lose. He can make a lot of putts, and he doesn't really have to be within 10 feet to make those putts. So you can roll the dice with someone like Matt Hughes. But that'll do it for the tier breakdown for the Showdown Round 4. If you can, please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and jump in the Discord. You can find that at our Twitter handle at FSI_DFS. And join the Discord. You get the core lineups, get a nice little player pool if you didn't get enough from this video, and any advice that you need heading into your round 4 Showdown lineups. Thank you for listening in for all 4 rounds and for the picks show on Monday, and we'll see you next week. Thanks. Goodbye.